We start with this now. Dros rape accused Nicholas Ninow is back in the Pretoria Magistrate's Court today. During his last appearance in November, the 20-year-old was referred for mental observation. Joining us live now from court is ENCA's Erin Bates. Now, Erin, this story, since it's broke, has been highly emotional and has been followed across the country. A day of high emotion expected yet again at the court today.
Yes, and in this case, Nicholas Ninow's admission to Wes-Kaapse Psychiatric Hospital in Pretoria has been rather delayed. It was first on the cards last year, his last appearance on the 28th of November, when we learned he was 14th on the list for a bed in their facility, their ward, which assesses accused, in this case a child rape accused, also facing charges of assault with intent to do grievous bodily harm and drug possession. And in fact, we have also heard in court from Ninow's lawyer that he has a history of mental health concerns, that he also has a history of some substance abuse, and those are the kinds of things that medical professionals at Wes-Kaapse will assess when putting together their report. The question is, will he have a bed and will he be admitted today?
Well, those questions will all be answered once court is in session, but we've already heard from organizations like Not In My Name, SA, saying in as much as they would look forward to this case moving forward, and swiftly so, they have pointed to the fact that it is with dismay that they think that insanity would be used as a mitigating factor in this alleged rape of a 7-year-old child.
Precisely, and we've seen a lot of that kind of public comment from when this question of admitting Ninow into Wes-Kaapse first arose in court toward the end of last year. And just to bring our viewers up to speed, just to go over those facts once again, Ninow was apprehended at the Dros in Silverton in Pretoria on the 22nd of September of 2018. That's the night he's accused of taking a young girl into a bathroom and raping her. The allegation is that he was then apprehended by the girl's mother and was then assaulted by fellow patrons on account of what they deem him to have done. And since then, he's been in police custody. He neglected or kind of dropped his application for bail at one point, and now seems to be pursuing this mental health assessment at Wes-Kaapse. But while there is that concern, of course, from members of the public and organizations like the one you've mentioned, Marcel, this is a step to ensure that proper rigor is applied. There's no guarantee that the report to the assessment of the medical health professionals at Wes-Kaapse is going to go one way or the other, and that's precisely why it's so important that he gets that bed, he gets it soon, and that this legal process can continue on its way.
Now, obviously, protecting the identity of this little girl is of high importance, but have we heard anything from her family?
So this morning I spoke to counsel for the child survivor of this rape and her family. There's no doubt that the rape occurred. What remains in question is who can be charged and sentenced in this case for that crime. The family are not speaking to the press at this point. We have tried repeatedly to get in touch with them, but you can understand the sensitivity here, not least because it's a child survivor of that sexual crime, that child rape in September of last year. But certainly something heartening that has happened since that 22 September incident is that a crowd of people around not only South Africa but the world have been crowdfunding and campaigning to provide financial support and messages of solidarity and well-wishing for that child survivor and her family. At last count, they'd raised over 150,000 rand for the child and her family, and that may well be a comfort, something practical and also filled with sentiment of solidarity, much like in previous court appearances by Ninow, when we've seen crowds, throngs of support out here, from tiny tots all the way into adult survivors of child sexual abuse and rape.
We'll leave it there for now. Reporter Erin Bates coming to us live from Pretoria. She'll be bringing us the very latest from that court appearance as soon and as when it happens.